Okay, hi, welcome to Designer Discussions with Jason, Maria, and Miriam. Today, Maria is going to talk to us about how to leverage your content in the days of AI. Welcome to the Designer Discussions podcast with
Jason,
Maria.
and Miriam. Tune in each week where we talk about marketing, PR, and business advice for design professionals.
Thanks, Miriam. So, right now, we're all becoming aware of how AI is impacting the search that's landing on our websites. And we're trying to figure out, do we want AI to recommend us? Or do we want AI to scrape enough data off of our website that it just regurgitates what content we have put together, and then they never land on your website? So, how are you making money with that content that's on your website? And if you are a blogger, you've been making your money through running ads. And the more people who come to your website and the longer that they stay on your website is the reason why you are getting paid for your content. And that's how you're funding and running your blog. And so, when we talk about, like Miriam was talking about in our previous episode, on how to use PR to get those recommendations and referrals of your business when you're doing a Google or you're doing a AI search. Am I right? Is it engine search, Jason? What's the word? AEO? So, what we want to talk about is that there is a resource and a tool out there that starting in July 1st, they released control over AI and each page of your website. They have a way you can monetize when AI hits your website. They have a way to hide you from AI, and they have a way for you to pick which pages you want to have AI have access to. So, what is this tool? This tool is Cloudflare. Cloudflare's business principle is that they want to make a better internet, and they provide services to small content creators, media, news, and other types of businesses that are available online, and wants to protect them and keep them from losing their income through AI. And I think we all should just be aware that there are consequences to everything that is new that comes out there, and that there might be some solutions. And currently, this is the newest and most innovative solution out there. So, what, as a creator, are your options, right? So, you can allow access for free for certain pages. You can block access to some of your content that AI can't find it, but it'll show up in Google search. And they also have a payment per request from the AI bots before they can scrape your website. So this is kind of an interesting concept. This would be the same idea as if you had a book and you chose to publish some of that information on the internet. And if you only want to pick certain AI tools like Perplexity or OpenAI, you can say, I want these AI bots to have access to this data, and I'm going to charge them. It's a crypto token in which you can set up and establish compensation. This is currently in beta, but this is their newest, latest, and greatest solution to try to create that better internet. So any website that's set up on Cloudflare, I use Cloudflare because it's free. They'll you pay for your domain. It's like $10, but then they'll host it and they'll do all of the stuff a normal web hosting service would do, and it's for free. So you can have as many domain names as you want. You don't get charged for anything, and you can set up an account. Is the interface easy? No, it is not extremely user-friendly. However, ChatGPT can walk you through it step by step. And keep in mind, I am your technology friend, and AI works as your technical assistant anytime you need to have a little bit of help or ask it some questions. I clicked this didn't work. Do you see a different solution? So you don't have to go to like the chat and then look at community responses and try to find the one that exactly lines up with you. consider using chat as one of your tech support tools and consider looking at Cloudflare to do your hosting for your website. It has very simple solutions where you can pick certain pages and you can say, I want to get paid per crawl. I want it to be blocked, or I want it to be open and free. So you may want like your contact page, what you do, and all that kind of information because you want to be found on the internet. You'll have all of that open, right? If you're looking for a business referral. However, if you have a book, a blog, or content that you have other people paying you for, this would give you an opportunity to open that content up on the internet, whereas you may have been hiding it to protect your copyright because AI was going to steal it. This is a way you can open that content up, and it could only be found by people, in which they would get a direct link to you, or you could have it where if any of these AI tools come and look at it, that they automatically have to pay you to have access to that page. So this is a really interesting concept, and it's, if you're not a super big, I need to have a lot of stuff on the internet person, if you don't have like a really popular blog or newsletter, or if you don't have a lot of online content that you feel like should be protected, this is one of the ways to help you control that. For example, if someone is searching in Perplexity, your link will be featured if they found the information from you. Whereas OpenAI's is hidden down a little bit further, harder to get to, and so complete that they never need to go to your website. So you can start to gain a little bit more control. And this is going to be the way of the future. Otherwise, there's no point in putting a lot of time and effort into your website. So how does this like pay per crawl work, right? And still it's in beta, so it's not available right this second. It does like a toll booth kind of thing where if one of these services wants to hit your website and scrape it, they'll say, okay, who are you? So then it has to respond which platform it is that's searching. And then it'll say, if you're just like some rogue random AI scraping tool, it'll block it. If it's one of the bigger search engines that you know is being used as a referral tool or something that a lot of people are accessing, you can say, if you're going to hit my website 40,000 times in one day, each one of those hits is going to be something that you need to pay me for. And that way, it just kind of keeps that information that you've been putting out there. Maybe it's pictures, maybe it's every answer to questions. You may have years and years of content online where you've been answering every question about a kitchen remodel, and you've been answering certain things for people, and you want to have some way of getting someone to your website. This may be the solution for you. When you get those settings set up, so if you don't want your images being stolen by AI to create Midjourney images, because keep in mind, if someone searches for kitchen remodeler in my area, it may give your business or like your Google business profile as one of the things. But if someone's searching for like white kitchens, it may create an image and they may steal your aesthetic, right? Create a kitchen that's designed by this famous designer. So now what you can do is protect the images on your website where only humans can look at it. Or if a tool like Midjourney wants to copy your look and your design aesthetic, that it can be blocked. So it no longer uses your whole catalog of design images to create those digital images that you see online. So the bot is either going to have to pay you in this cryptocurrency. Um, it's called a micropayment system. So this is not like big dollars, guys, but just, if you want to have some privacy, if you want to get compensated, if your stuff's going to get used, you can set up your website in a way where you are leveraging what content you have on your website. You hide the stuff you want to hide. You can charge for the stuff you want it to search and use. And then you can also load it with that forward content like Miriam was talking about in our previous episode. So definitely make sure you go back, listen to Miriam's episode about how PR is your secret tool for AI and how to get the referrals and how to get found, because SEO is changing. And we want you to know that you do have some control over your information and your content on your website. This is the stuff that when AI initially rolled out, everybody was scared that AI was stealing from them. And your previous content has been stolen. But you can then start planning to protect your ongoing content so that you aren't plagiarized and your images aren't being used to train these bots. But if you are interested, it's called Cloudflare. They do tons of website hosting tools and solutions for you. Like I said, the interface is not exactly easy, but if you have someone who's doing your website and your website domain maintenance, ask them. Ask them if they'd be interested in moving you over to Cloudflare. Start looking at your content from the perspective of what do I want to protect? What do I want to have out there? And also, like Miriam said, planning that your future content is geared for those referrals that you're going to want through the use of AI. So, if you want to be found by new people, AI bots scrolling your website, it's going to help. Are you going to get the website traffic you want from it? Probably not. But if someone's in like an AI chat and they ask a question like, who should I call in town to help me out with that? This is where you are going to get that referral. It's going to look at how many press placements you have, if your content is relevant to what they're looking for. And any kind of thought leadership or educational content is also going to benefit from that. But you do have to keep in mind that tools like chat they don't give you credit in its default mode at this time. Perplexity can give you attribution, but not always. And Meta AI, no, right? So we want everybody to have a full comprehensive awareness on what your website is for you, what that tool looks like, and are you using it right? And what does the future look like? And since I'm here to always talk about tech and I'm an early adopter, I want you all to be aware that this tool exists. And I really think that you are going to like what it can do for you. So have fun, enjoy AI, and maybe it's time for you to get on Cloudflare.
Thanks so much, Maria. That was super interesting. I'm going to check out Cloudflare, and we'll see you all back here again in 2 weeks for designer discussions.
Did you know it takes 17 to 20 touch points before your potential clients recognize who you are? Is your business the one that they find first when they are looking? If not, there's a solution. The Designer Discussions Academy membership with your Designer Discussions podcast hosts are your personal coaches. With weekly live sessions and exclusive community, practical resources, and expert guidance, we're here to simplify your marketing and boost your business. Sign up at designerdiscussions.com or follow the link in the show notes. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Designer Discussions and all of the helpful information. Subscribe to our podcast, leave us a review, and share it with your friends. We look forward to having you back next week. For more information on the podcast and the marketing studio, visit designerdiscussions.com and follow us on social media.